The road to success starts here. Motivational inspiration to begin your journey.
Will you begin? Not tomorrow, not when the stars align, or the world approves, or your fears disappear. But now, here in the darkness before the dawn, will you take the first step on the road to success? Let me tell you a secret that echoes through the lives of history's greatest achievers. The world is not waiting for you to be ready. Success does not bow before hesitation, nor fortune kneel before comfort. Your beginning arrives not wrapped in certainty, but carved from the raw stone of decision. This moment, right here, is the forge of greatness. Think of Thomas Edison, sitting in the dim light of his small laboratory, sweat and hope mingling as he failed again and again. Those chosen times he greeted failure not as an end, but as a teacher. Each defeat was a lamp along the road, guiding him not away from his dream, but deeper into it. The world only remembers his light, but it was his willingness to begin again, to stand at the starting line after every stumble that carved his name into the bedrock of history. Success, in its purest form, does not care where you are today. It is not reserved for the privileged, the lucky, the naturally gifted. It is claimed ferociously, relentlessly by those willing to begin, by those courageous enough to say, I will not wait, I will not wish, I will act. So what then is the first step? Where does the road truly start? It starts inside you with your mindset. Every great journey is ignited by the fire of belief, not the shallow, fleeting kind that comes and goes with mood or circumstance. I am speaking of the unwavering conviction that you are meant for something greater, not because the world owes you, but because you owe yourself the chance to discover what you are truly capable of. This belief is not built by others. It is forged in silence. When no one is watching. In those moments when the only voice you hear is your own, either whispering doubt or roaring possibility. Your mindset is the compass on this road. It is both the architect and the destroyer of your future. Those who succeed truly, enduringly do so, not because they never feel fear, but because they master it. They transform obstacles into opportunities, setbacks into lessons, pain into fuel. They know the mountain does not shrink for anyone. It is they who grow in its shadow. Imagine Henry Ford, surrounded by skeptics, facing bankruptcy, laughed out of boardrooms. Imagine Walt Disney, fired from a newspaper for lacking imagination, his first studio collapsing in debt. Each could have surrendered, retreated, dissolved into obscurity. But they refused. They saw through the fog of failure to a vision only they could see. Their mindsets were unbreakable, rooted not in what was, but in what could be. What about you? The voice of doubt may hiss. Who am I to start? But turn that whisper on its head. Who are you not to who are you not to attempt? To create? To dare? The road to success is littered with the ghosts of those who never began, not because they were unworthy, but because they surrendered their belief before the journey even started. If mindset is the compass, then clarity is the map. Do you know where you are headed? Not in vague hopes or distant fantasies, but in the fierce, luminous detail that awakens your spirit. A person wandering aimlessly will never summon the strength to persist, but one who sees truly sees the summit ahead, who tastes its air in their imagination, will crawl, stumble, and claw their way forward when others collapse. Write your vision, see it in the theater of your mind until it becomes more real than any present obstacle. Picture it down to the grain, the faces, the places, the feeling of victory. Success is born twice. First in your imagination, then in your reality. The clearer your vision, the more inevitable your journey. But clarity alone is not enough. Every vision must be married to a purpose. Why do you wish to begin? Why does this road matter to you? It is not enough to chase what glitters. The pursuit of success without purpose is a journey through shadows. Purpose is the anchor that holds you fast when storms rage. It is the torch that lights your path when all other lights go out. Ask yourself, if you had all the wealth, all the recognition, all the achievements you crave, what would you do with it? Whom would you serve? What would you build, give, heal, or inspire? Purpose is not about possession, but contribution. It is not about the applause of the crowd, but the whisper of fulfillment in your soul. When you know your why, you can endure anyhow. And yet, none of this matters without the fierce, relentless force of discipline. The dreamers of the world are many, the finishers. Few. For every visionary lost in the clouds of fantasy, there is a builder, hands dirty, sweat soaked, stacking brick upon brick in the dawn silence. The road to success is not paved in inspiration, but in the grind of daily effort. The habits you build in obscurity are the stones that form your foundation in the spotlight. Do not wait for motivation to find you. Motivation is a spark, discipline is the flame that endures. Wake when you wish to sleep. Study when you wish to quit. Practice when you wish to rest. It is in these moments, the moments no one sees, that champions are born. The difference between those who wish and those who achieve is not talent, but consistency. Discipline is not the absence of temptation, but the mastery of it. Every day, you are given 1,000 chances to surrender to comfort. But every time you choose discipline, you become stronger, more resilient, more unstoppable. The world does not hand success to the most deserving, it yields to those who persist beyond reason. But discipline, true, must be animated by action. No amount of dreaming, planning, or wishing can substitute for the brutal, beautiful act of beginning. Too many lives are wasted waiting for the perfect plan, the right moment, the approval of others. There is no perfect moment. The road to success is not a straight highway, but a twisting path shrouded in fog. You do not need to see the entire journey to take the first step. Edison did not wait for the ideal experiment. He began and learned by doing. Ford did not possess all the answers. He dared to build anyway. Disney did not have universal approval. He painted his visions across the void of uncertainty. Each of them knew a secret. Action is the language of success. The universe responds not to intentions, but to movement. And when you act, when you rise from thought into motion, the world shifts. Doors appear where walls once stood. Allies materialize. Opportunities emerge. And new capacities awaken within you. Action is the proof of belief. It is the leap from possibility to reality. But the journey does not end there. For every step forward, life will test your resolve. The road to success winds through valleys of setback and failure. You will stumble. You will fall. You will question whether you are strong enough, smart enough, worthy enough to continue. It is here, in these crucibles, that resilience is born. Resilience is not the denial of pain, but the refusal to be defeated by it. Every champion you admire has tasted defeat more bitter than most will ever know. Abraham Lincoln lost election after election before ever reaching the presidency. He endured heartbreak, tragedy, and ridicule. But he pressed on, not because the journey was easy, but because he was anchored by purpose and fueled by faith. Resilience is the courage to stand up, bloodied but unbroken, and whisper again. Every failure is a lesson. Every disappointment a chisel shaping you into the person you must become to claim your dream. The road to success is a road of becoming, not just achieving, but transforming. And as you walk this path, another secret will reveal itself. Gratitude is the force that sustains you. In a world that clamors for more and more wealth, more recognition, more achievement, those who pause to give thanks for each step, each lesson, each breath are the ones who endure. Gratitude transforms obstacles into stepping stones. It changes the journey from a burden into a blessing. Look around you. Every challenge is a teacher. Every setback is a gift wrapped in rough paper. When you greet each day with gratitude, not for what you lack, but for what you possess, you create a wellspring of strength no hardship can deplete. But gratitude does not mean complacency. It is the fuel that empowers you to strive, to grow, to reach ever higher, not out of desperation, but from a place of abundance. The road to success is not about arrival, but appreciation for every mile. And as your journey unfolds, remember this: adaptability is your ally. The world will change, circumstances will shift, the path will wind in directions you never imagined. Those who cling to certainty are left behind. Those who adapt, who see opportunity where others see chaos, are the ones who thrive. Do not fear change, embrace it. Let every twist and turn sharpen your vision, test your resolve, and expand your capacity. The greatest innovations are born in the crucible of uncertainty. Edison, Ford, Disney all faced storms that threatened to sink their dreams. But it was their ability to adapt, to learn, to pivot that turned adversity into advantage. This is the heart of continuous learning. The road to success is not a destination, but a living classroom. Every day, every encounter, every failure and triumph is a lesson waiting to be discovered. The most successful are not those who claim to know it all, but those who remain humble enough to learn again and again from everyone and everything. Open your mind, challenge your assumptions, seek wisdom in every experience, in every person you meet. The hunger to learn is the hunger to grow, and growth relentless, passionate, ever unfolding growth is the true heartbeat of success. But as you learn, as you adapt, as you grow, do not forget the power of vision. Keep your eyes fixed on the summit. Let your dreams be so grand, so compelling, that they pull you forward through every storm, every doubt, every darkness. Vision is the North Star that guides you when the path disappears, when your energy wanes, when your hope flickers. Let your vision be bold. Do not shrink it to fit the world's expectations. Let it soar, untamed and unapologetic. The world bows not before the timid, but before the audacious. It is those who dare to dream beyond the horizon who redraw the map of possibility. And as you press forward, remember that purpose is the wellspring of energy that never runs dry. Purpose gives meaning to the struggle, beauty to the sacrifice, joy to the journey. When you align your vision with your purpose, when you seek not just to gain, but to give, not just to rise, but to lift others, you tap into a force greater than yourself. Purpose is what transforms ambition into legacy. It is the difference between mere success and true significance. The road to success is lined with achievements, but the road to significance is paved with impact. Aim not just to climb, but to leave the path brighter for those who follow. The time to begin is now, not when the world is ready, not when your doubts have vanished, not when every answer is clear. The road to success starts here in this moment. With this decision, every great journey began with a single trembling step. So stand, rise, gather the fragments of your courage, the flicker of your hope, the echo of your dreams. Let the doubts fall silent. Let the fears recede. The world will try to tell you to wait, to settle, to shrink. But you were not born for comfort. You were born for greatness. Begin.